The lights of the arena burned bright, casting long shadows across the ring. Thousands of fans rose to their feet, a chorus of voices roaring into the night. Every camera flash, every chant, every heartbeat seemed to merge into a single sound, the sound of anticipation. Two men stepped forward. The champion, Dmitry Bivol, walked with calm precision, his face unreadable, his body loose but coiled with quiet danger. Opposite him, Lyndon Arthur carried the weight of expectation, pride etched across his expression, determined to withstand the storm. The referee brought them to the center, gave his final instructions, and for a brief moment, silence fell. Then came the bell. And with it, 12 rounds of tension, drama, and courage. The opening seconds told the story. Bivol didn't circle cautiously. He didn't wait. He stepped forward with authority, forcing Arthur back toward the ropes almost immediately. The crowd erupted. They could sense the intent. Arthur extended his jab, searching for distance, but Bivol's feet were sharper, his hands faster. The Russian champion's jab cracked through the guard, each shot sharp as lightning. Arthur tried to smile, to stay composed, but his back was already against the ropes. The commentary echoed what everyone saw: this isn't patience, this is pressure. The tone had been set. Arthur came out looking to steady himself, pawing with the jab, circling, trying to reclaim center ring. But Bivol stalked him with cold precision. His footwork sliced off angles, giving Arthur nowhere to breathe. The crowd buzzed every time Bivol landed clean. A right hand sneaked through, drawing gasps from the English fans in attendance. Arthur nodded, acknowledging it, but his movements grew more reactive. The referee's gaze was sharp, already aware that Arthur was spending too much time on the ropes. Bivol wasn't reckless, just efficient. He had already built the rhythm. Now the champion began to flow. Jab, jab, straight right. A hook to the ribs, then back upstairs. Every punch landed like punctuation to a sentence only he was writing. Arthur tried to fire back, flicking his jab, stepping to the side, but Bivol anticipated everything. He blocked, countered, and stepped back in with combinations that snapped Arthur's head. The commentators' voices rose. This is domination through intelligence, not brute force. The crowd, sensing a master at work, roared with each crisp connection. For a brief moment, Arthur broke through. A jab, then a right hand caught Bivol clean. His fans roared to life, a wave of noise filling the arena. But the champion's response was immediate. Bivol adjusted, shifting his attack to the body. A thudding left hook buried itself into Arthur's ribs. He winced, his guard dipped, and suddenly the attack rained from all angles. High, low, left, right, Bivol turned the screw. Arthur backed up with a grin, shaking his head as if unbothered. But his body told a different story. By now, the fight had a rhythm, Bivol's rhythm. He pressed forward, jabbing to the head, then digging to the body. Arthur's jab, usually his strongest weapon, was being dismantled piece by piece. The Englishman's legs worked overtime, circling, sidestepping, but each time he moved, Bivol cut him off. The ring was shrinking, becoming smaller and smaller. The crowd reacted to every shot. Russian fans cheered every jab. British fans tried to will Arthur forward, shouting encouragement. But inside the ropes, the difference was stark. Arthur's punches slowed. The jab that once popped now pushed. His guard loosened. And Bivol, ever patient, kept firing with surgical accuracy. Straight shots snapped Arthur's head back, followed by hooks to the body that stole his breath. The referee leaned closer during an exchange on the ropes, watching carefully. Arthur responded with a smile, trying to show he was fine, but his movements lacked conviction. Bivol wasn't chasing a knockout. He was dismantling a man. The middle rounds became a showcase. Bivol was in total command, mixing up shots with ruthless efficiency. Jab, right hand, left hook, body shot, every sequence looked rehearsed, yet entirely natural. Arthur survived by heart alone. He tucked up, leaned against the ropes, and fired back in bursts. The crowd respected it, applauding his courage. But the atmosphere also carried awe. They were witnessing a master at work. The commentators summed it up: he's not just winning, he's teaching. Arthur's face bore the marks of battle. Redness spread across his cheeks, sweat poured down, and his breathing grew heavier. His jab, once sharp, now lacked snap. Bivol sensed it. He stepped in with a piercing right hand that rocked Arthur backward. Gasps filled the arena. The referee's eyes sharpened, ready to intervene if the damage grew worse. Arthur, ever defiant, raised his glove and waved Bivol forward. But everyone watching knew the momentum wasn't his. Bivol changed levels again. The attack now thudded into Arthur's midsection. Left, right, left, each shot echoed through the arena like a drum. Arthur winced, his guard dropping lower. His steps slowed. His body language sagged. For the first time, survival seemed more important than offense. The crowd felt it, rising to their feet with every body shot. Bivol wasn't just winning rounds, he was breaking his opponent down piece by piece. Then, in a flash, Arthur found his best moment. A clean counter landed flush, snapping Bivol's head back. The arena erupted, British fans screaming for their man to push forward. For a second, everyone wondered, had Bivol been hurt? But the champion answered immediately. A crisp combination returned fire, silencing the surge. Arthur had earned respect, yes, but the mountain remained unclimbable. The tension broke. Bivol pressed Arthur to the ropes, his combinations raining down. And then, a punishing left to the body folded Arthur in half. He sank to the canvas, gasping for air. The crowd exploded. Russian fans roared in triumph, English fans held their breath. Arthur grimaced, rose bravely at the count, and nodded at the referee. He would not quit. The bell saved him. But the damage had been done. The final round began with Arthur still standing tall, battered but unbroken. He jabbed, he moved, he threw, showing the heart of a warrior. The crowd roared in appreciation. Bivol, calm and measured, continued to dictate. He didn't chase recklessly. He didn't need to. His dominance was already written. He boxed, he punished, and he controlled until the final bell rang. The arena erupted in applause for both men, admiration for Bivol's brilliance, and respect for Arthur's unshakable courage. The judges' decision was unanimous, and there was no debate. Dmitry Bivol had won every round, a clean sweep of dominance. His hand was raised once more, his face calm, his composure unshaken. For Bivol, it was another night of mastery, another reminder of why he is one of the finest fighters on the planet. For Arthur, the loss carried pride. He had stood 12 rounds with a champion many consider unbeatable. He had fallen, but he had not broken. The story of the fight was clear. Dominance met defiance, and both earned respect.